Hey guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Last time we began exploring the jungles of Jiraiki, and I'm sure they named it that specifically for the alliteration. At least I would hope so. Hard to say now that I think about it, because in the original Japanese they wouldn't have had that same alliteration. Wonder what the name of the planet was in Japanese. Never played this game in Japanese. Moving on, let's go do some things. There are more people around here. Dangerous fish swim in the rivers. Yeah, the piranha have tried to eat me before. I did talk to a couple other people on the route on the way back that I had missed on our way over to fight those mimics. They had said that like the rank of the people, the hunters in the village is determined by like their hunter rank or something like that. And so the ones that hunt beasts get the most rewards and the most credit. And there was one other guy, I forget what he said. Whatever. Not that important. I just talked to you. But I did do what I... That's not what I was going to go into. I did do what I say I was going to, and that was grab the second spirit bell. Now, you're going to find 2 spirit bells in this area, so don't worry if you don't have them. You need 7 of these throughout the entire game. 2 of them at the start of the game, which is nice of the game to give you those 2 in chests. The other 5 you won't need until like way at the end. So like I said, even if you can't do this right now, don't worry, you will be able to before we're finished with this area. We're gonna do that there, and we're gonna go to Kisala. I don't need that. Where am I going here? We are actually going to get Tones of Purity, not because Tones of Purity itself is all that valuable, but because it's kind of like the hub skill that unlocks a whole bunch of others. Myriad Branches. We're going to need a lot of these over the course of the game. So yeah, we're going to need 12 for the flow, 18 for the factory, so 30 total. And we can buy these, but not until much later. So I would hold off on spending a lot of these. We are going to want to spend this one eventually because this is a new attack spell for her, but I don't believe I can get that right now anyway. So anyway, we'll show these off. Protects from status abnormalities. Doesn't seem to work all the time. Parry. I believe this is the kind of the alternative to something like a fire sword. It uses the same way, and in this game, you can't have 2 buffs cast by the same character active at the same time. You can have different buffs from different characters. So, for example, I could have parry active, and I could have protection active at the same time, because 2 different characters are casting it. But I could not have the same 2, like I can't have both of these on Zegram at the same time. The game just does not allow. Just kind of be aware that that is indeed the case. We still can't get this treasure chest, but we can fight more smileys. At one point, you are going to want to fight a bunch of extras of these because they have a chance of dropping the star compass that we are going to need for one of her abilities. So I'm going to make a save state there, and we will kill them. Green flower ash is also rare, so I'll take it. Basically, you don't have to try a whole bunch of times, but trying once or twice to get a better drop isn't really going to hurt, especially if you're only using your spells. If you have to fight the whole fight all over again, it's kind of tedious, but if all you're doing is casting a spell and clicking the skip button, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, trying to land on these enemies is not a lot of fun. The platforming in this game is not great. Anyway, let's move on to another cutscene at the same spot we had a cutscene previously and couldn't do anything. But now we have our Nintendo power.
Jester, wait! What about that power glove of yours? You think that would work?
The power glove. Yeah, that just might work.
The way you talk about the power
Give it a
glove
shot, Jaster.
It almost feels as though you're talking about it with nostalgia, like it was, you know, your favorite toy as a kid. Or maybe it's just me. Actually, I don't think I ever had a power glove. I'm familiar with it. Basically, when you see these, you approach it, press the X button. It'll give you a little bit of an introduction or a hint at what item you could possibly use. In this case, we already know it's the power glove. So let's use it. And I thought this entire thing needed to be moved, but apparently just part of it needed to be moved. And then hidden mechanics will unlock it. Just like any Tomb Raider game. What mechanics are being used for this and why are they used to set weird traps? No idea. Okay, here's a question for those of you who have played this game before. There is a 100-floor post-game dungeon. And it is located at, well, in the post-game. The way that it works is it's got procedurally generated floors. So if I was to show off every single floor, it wouldn't be something that I could relate back to anyone else. Every 10 floors, you fight a boss. Do you have any interest in showing me going through the entirety of this, or should I just show off the bosses? I haven't really decided yet, and I'm trying to gauge what the interest level is in it. I'll ask again later on when we get closer to it, but for those of you who have played the game before and are familiar with that post-game dungeon, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Yep, I used an item that I found from some strange guy. If you don't have your Cumulus Pendant up to this point, then that's the one you need to unlock Missile Skull with Simon. And that's what I would use it for. All right, Much. We have a new enemy here, the Walking Mushroom. Walking Mushroom I was hoping would drop another mushroom, but he did not. There are some useful rare drops to be gained around here, a lot of them in fact. We'll start talking about them here as we go through the forest. I think this is exactly line for line what that other guy said that I forgot earlier. There have been fewer animals around in the forest and more beasts. So yeah. Okay, so the Dream Mushroom has a 5% drop around here. We need 3 for the flow and 11 for the factory. Okay, I am going to activate Dagger Slash so we can see another new ability. And we're going to block that attack. Hopefully she actually kills some things. And we'll use another character to heal so that Jaster has more stamina for attacking things. See what I mean about, like, she's telling me to cast protection against statuses. They don't use any statuses. Why would I want you to cast that? That's just a waste of your AP. Which is why I never let the AI control its own AP usage. It's just not worthwhile. The Dream Mushrooms are, I believe, mostly dropped by those mushroom guys we just fought a moment ago. You're only going to find 1 in treasure chests before Chapter 8. We're in Chapter 2. We want to get a few while we're here. 3 would be nice, hopefully, if you're lucky. I might go out of my way to grab some extra ones as we go, but I wouldn't recommend doing it until much later because, well, in terms of the amount of weapons I need to buy on this planet, I'm going to spend over 15,000 Zen or whatever the currency is in this game. And I'm not going to need to spend it all right away, but I've only got 3,600 so far. So we've got a lot of fighting to do on this planet. Luckily, there's 2 full chapters on this planet, so we're going to be here for a while. And you said that already. I'm going back. See what I mean about me getting turned around? Everything looks so different to me. I have no idea where I'm going. So yeah, I'm going to get turned around a lot, just like I do in every other game. Just imagine me playing a game I'm not familiar with. And the thing is, I have a mini map. I should know where I'm going, but I'm just dumb and I don't look at it. It looks different, so I keep going. Anyway, we got more smileys. Fight a few of these guys. There we go. I can't see anything. All right, so again, I'll go over this kind of point again. We're going to load up another file. I shouldn't have saved the first one over that one because that was my starting save file for the episode. But we'll do this and we'll kill this enemy. We didn't get the drop that I wanted. So we'll reload and try again. And we get a relaxing aroma. But I would like to really get the that star earring that I need in order to use her ability. So I could just keep doing this fight over and over and over again until I happen to get lucky enough to get it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And as you can see, you get different items each time, even if you do the exact same movements before. Seventh Moon is a rare item. I'll keep it because it's rare, but I don't think I need it for anything. Anyway, let's go over here. Silver bangle. And a shop. This guy's important. We need to buy some stuff. So let's buy some stuff. I will get on to the rest of the rare drops in the area in a moment. Next, we need... Oh my lord, there's lots of things. Do I have all of these things? So yeah, if you... Okay, it's not through here. I'll have to check in my item inventory to see how many I need for Revelation. It'll tell you if you currently need at least one for the Revelation flow, but it won't tell you how many. It just tells you how many you happen to have on hand. Okay. I wouldn't worry about getting mellow bananas. We do need them for the flow. Same with coffee beans, but we can get them later. We need a rock crusher. Absolutely. Sadly, this looks like a weapon that Claude gets in Star Ocean 2. Not as good though. I don't know. It kind of looks like one of his weapons that I have when I get to do Ripper Blast. Though it's probably called something else now. Let's see. Pirate Glaives. I need 2 of these. Buy 2 of those. And let's see here. Half Moon Rising. We need 2 of those. And Shuriken Do. Go, do. My French is better when it comes to pronouncing the names of people than it is like actual things. And that's just because I've heard it on Hockey Night in Canada my entire life. Anyway, we've spent pretty much all the money that we just accumulated, and good, because that's all the items I needed to buy for this guy. Now let's equip everyone with new stuff. I would have hoped to have gone directly to this guy right off the bat, because I spent a bunch of extra fights battling around with maxed out gear. But I didn't have enough money to make all the purchases that I wanted, so I had to kind of hold back on that. Let's give you that. And with that, now we can run over here to the save point and heal up. You can swim in this game, as we saw earlier on Rosa. Do I want to keep going, or do I want to explore more? I'm gonna oh, I have to explore more anyway, don't I? Okay, yeah, the star is over there. We're gonna go that way first. Pretty much anytime the game indicates you to go somewhere, a lot of the time you actually want to go in that direction, because you're gonna want to unlock either a new shop or a new town, or the ability to, you know, just do certain things which will make your life easier. There we go. Should we guard through his attacks? Now, I will go over in time where to find certain enemies, but right now I'm not going to worry about it. That's another one of those rare items that we need. It's a 4% drop rate. We need 10 of them for the flow and 4 of them for the factory. We want to get at least 2 now. I don't think that's going to be a problem since we've already got 1. What else? Star earrings, depending on which enemy you're fighting, it's between a 1 and a 3% drop rate. We need 6 of them. The only place we can farm them is from the smileys and from mimics, other than the 1 or 2 that we get from treasure chests over the course of the game. We do get 1 in this area, but you are going to want to pick up at least 2 now, in addition to the 1 that you're going to get from that treasure chest, if not more. Because, well, I won't say why, but it'll be more difficult to encounter the smileys later in the game. Well, it is natural beauty, but it's kind of pixelated. So, yeah. Oh, a large shadow, huh? Wonder if that'll come into play later. Wait a minute. I know what that looks like. It's either an earth key or it's another mimic. All right, first things first, step back, change equipment, pornography shot. Heal. And jump on his head again. One of the other nice things about jumping on his head is ow, I did not mean to do that. Ow, I did not mean to do that. Is it gives you the ability to kind of avoid some of his attacks because he doesn't seem to attack as often. How'd we do? No luck this time. It only took 1 extra attempt, I'll take it. Basically, not only am I trying for that spirit bell, which I do need, but I'm also hoping against hope that I get a nice lag. Somebody tell me how to fix that, please. It's been happening on my computer for like 2 years, and I can't seem to figure out how. It stopped all of my overclocking, all of my undervolting. I even tried running my RAM at stock instead of at the XMP settings for it, which was it DOCP, I believe, with AMD boards. And I just can't seem to find a way around it. It keeps happening. I also get random, like, just full-on black screen crashes and my computer restarts. It's one of the reasons why I'd been avoiding Let's Plays for a while, because I just didn't want it to happen in the middle of recording and just losing that footage. Knock on wood that it doesn't happen. And knock hard so that it really doesn't happen. But Vilio and Dario are characters. They're obsessed with civilization. They're willing to be exiled from the village because of it. Well, we met one of those people. Ow. Okay. Oh, it just showed me there. Holding R1, you can pick up something and press the square button to throw it. Yeah, I'm never going to do that again. But at least I showed you that it can be done. Oh, yeah. One thing of note is that player bonus that you get for defeating most of the enemies with the character you're controlling does not apply if you have the commands set to step back. It also doesn't apply if you kill all of the enemies with a spell cast. If you lower all of the enemies' HP a lot with the spell cast and then finish them all off with your character and then set it to fight separately right at the end before you kill the final enemy, then that does count. I guess I didn't kill enough of them. Oh well. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. Let's see, I want to swap out my weapon. And Rock Thresher it is. It's the best weapon I have. Once I am done leveling up this, and if I have no better weapons to work on, I will always resort back to working on Desert Seeker for now. And the reason for that will become apparent later on. but again, we're not going to get into that until it's more pertinent. I really need to organize my items. I will do that one day. I don't have a lot yet, so it's not a huge deal, but it's going to start to become really cluttered when I need to go in there and look for stuff. This is a scripted battle. It doesn't look like a scripted battle, but it's a scripted battle. And for this scripted battle, we get Ancient Scroll number 1. Ancient Scroll is a unique item that can be unlocked in the that unlocks the Burning Strike ability in the flow. And you'll start to earn these little burning chips, which look like little orbs of material. And once it fills up, then you can activate the Burning Strike gauge and do a special power attack. This is one of the ways we can deal with mimics, but it's not particularly useful because while you can use it in normal battles, you cannot use it in boss fights. Basically what happens is it pulls up a like a button sequence that you have to press at the right time. And if you are successful, you get all the hits, you get extra damage. And if you miss some of them, you get less damage. But like I said, you can't use them on bosses, which is the only time you'd really want to use them. So I'm not really sure why they exist, but we will use it occasionally. Let's go on to the flow. We're going to unlock it for Jaster first. You can unlock it for every single character. As you can see, there's 3 open spaces for the 3 characters I've unlocked it for. But it doesn't really matter because they don't collect the chips very well on their own. And I'm only going to be controlling Jasper for like 95% of the game. So he's just going to be the only one that really uses it. And as you can see, we've unlocked level 2, and eventually we will unlock level 3. Later on, we'll be able to buy these in store, but you get enough just naturally playing the game in treasure chests that you never need to do it. It's a 5-hit strike, and then I think a 7-hit and a 9-hit, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'll show it off eventually. It's not particularly special. There's another spirit bell. As you can see, they've started to pop out there. So you have to walk over to get them, and you have to do it before they run out. They will eventually expire, so kind of be aware of that. It's nice having a little more powerful weapons instead of the weak ones I had been using. The nice thing about the player bonus is it gets you additional experience for all of your characters instead of just like Jaster. So Jaster doesn't get like way overpowered. Fire is prohibited beyond this point. I wonder why. Might as well use that opportunity to save. Fire prohibited. Dario was exiled from the village for ignoring the chief's warning and continuing with his inventions. Seems to be a trait. That's a big crater.
What is all this?
Were they bombed or what?
Ooh, you smell good.
Oh God.
Woman, good smell. Oh yeah.
Run.
No one ever comes here.
I wonder why.
Turn it around and come on in.
Guys, we have another weirdo.
What? You guys are here too? You wait outside.
Okay, I gotta pause it there because I need to talk about this before we get on and get distracted and I forget. Why are everyone here so fucking creepy? And why are they always creepy around Kisala? Yes, cute anime girl, I get it. But yeah, just fucking creepy. You can see the fear in her eyes. I love, especially with the upscaled textures, you can see enough detail in the character models that you can see like her eyes kind of bug out a little bit. My eyes were bugging out watching that scene just because it's like the guy, both of these characters, Filio and this guy, who we'll learn his name in a minute, they are just these creepy guys that come out of nowhere and they're supposed to creep you out. And you can tell on Kasala's face that she's creeped out. When the guy said that, oh yeah, the guys can wait outside, you can see the fear in her eyes. She's like, no, I ain't doing that. And it's just, so creepy. Also, those are bombs.
So, you've met Filio. He's an odd duck, huh?
Takes one to know one, right?
Out of the village anyway.
And you're not?
Nope, not me. I left by choice.
Did you now?
Stand to be around them old-fashioned fogies. I go to all the trouble of inventing for them, and all they say is, no thanks.
Seems to be a trend.
Inventing what?
This.
This is fucking Looney Tunes.
What happened?
Is he dead?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just kidding, folks.
Not funny, so not funny.
Yeah, you almost blew me up.
Invention. I call it a bomb. It can blast even the hardest things to bits. Oh, yeah. Catch. Put
I don't
that
want it.
invention of mine to good use now. Well, guess you guys better be on your way. I've got to take care of these wounds. See you later. Ow.
Yeah, later.
Please God, no. Never again. They talked about it, but he never introduced himself. His name is Dario. Sadly, both him and Filio, I believe at some point there's a line that says they're not related, but they're friends or something like that. It never comes up. Some of these things in this game are fucking weird, man. These two characters are obviously over-the-top anime style characters. They're meant to be played for comic relief. They're still creepy as hell. They're still weird as hell. And we still have to talk to them in order to proceed. So yeah, we get a bomb here. We don't know why we have a bomb, but we have a bomb.
Oh, hey! You're going to Burkaqua Village, right? I've got a message for the Elder. Dylan Dario said, how long you gonna be set in your ways, you old loon? What this planet needs is progress. Oh, yeah! Got that?
Pass. But yeah, I'm not sure what to call it. It's almost like there's a kind of anachronism to this game, or to this planet in particular. The first guy we talked to is familiar with planet Zerard. They know about other planets. They're familiar with technology enough to have a power glove on hand, which is apparently, you know, high technology. And this guy thinks he's invented a bomb. I'm confused. What's going on here? As much as I don't want to, I'm going to go back in here. Yeah. Is there anything else in here? I do not have the right map open. There is an item in here. Is it the bomb? It is not the bomb. Oh, it is an important item. I need to get this. Where is it? Now, just because you can see an area doesn't mean you can go there. The game will actively not allow you to go places you're not supposed to go to. There is a treasure chest around here. I just need to find it. Where is it? I don't remember where it is. It's supposed to be in the middle of the area. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm blind as a bat. This contains a queen bee stinger. Like I said, we're gonna want that. And on that note, we already went over star earrings. Spirit bell as a 2 to 4% drop rate depending on the enemy. and we require 7 of them for the flow. I'd recommend getting at least 2. They're a 20% drop from those mimics, and no more than a 4% from anything else. So I would highly recommend you pick up what you can from them if you are playing and don't mind abusing save states. This is why a fire is prohibited. He's loaded with bombs. All right, what else? Pirate's Grog has a 2% drop rate. We need 4 of them in total. I'd recommend getting 2 of them now. I don't remember off the top of my head which enemies drop them, but we will get into that more kind of later. Yeah, we'll kill these guys normally. So I've got all 5 of the chips I need. I can now activate one of my Burning Strike abilities if I want to. I will save that for the next Mimic that we encounter, because that'll give us a good opportunity to show off what we can do against Mimics if we so desire. What else we got here? Myriad Branch has a 2 to 4% drop rate. And I believe I already mentioned this, but we need 12 for the flow and 18 of them for the factory. So we're going to want to get a lot of those. Get as many as you can. Obviously, you can only get what you can get. These are rare drops. Magic Lipstick has a 1% drop rate. We need 6 of them in total. Get at least 1 before you leave. It shouldn't be too hard. There's a lot of combat that we're going to have to do on this area if we're going to afford all of the items that we need in order to purchase them. I only have 1,500 Zen. I'm going to need like 13,000 before we leave here. So, like I said, we're going to be here for a while. So, do as many battles as you can. Take a look at our battle recorder here. This was the first area here, and now starting right there, that's our new crop. We've already found all the smileys we need, but I'm going to keep fighting them over and over and over again because I want to get those star earrings. And like I said, they're the only enemy in the game that drops it. They're never purchasable, and other than mimics, they're the only enemy that drops them. Oh, there's one other one, and it's an even lower percent drop. It's like a 1% drop, and these guys are a 3% drop. And the other enemy is also here. It might be It might be an enemy we haven't run into yet. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. So we're going to be fighting some of these enemies for a while. I will probably overkill some of these in terms of the amount that I defeat. But I'm also not going to want to level up too much. But I do need the money. So we're kind of stuck a little bit on this planet because we need a lot of money before we continue on. What else? Was that it? Yeah. And the Dream Mushroom we already talked about. Keep an eye on those Dream Mushrooms. I only say to pick up 3 of them now, but it's one of those items that we can't purchase, or we're not going to be able to purchase enough of them. And we're going to end up needing it for factory rare drop with the Spirit Bell. Okay, I'll take it. One of the things I get a little bit obsessed about doing is saving when I get rare drops, because I've had it in the game where I've put it on pause like this and walked away to go do something, come back, and I'm unable to unpause it. So don't ever leave the game in this state unless you've saved beforehand, because I've been locked in this state, tried to make a save state, reload the emulator. As soon as you get to this point and you can't unpause, you're hooped. There's nothing you can do other than to reload from a save file or a previous save state. So just kind of be aware of that. That's one of the bugs I found. Again, this was with an older version of the emulator. It might not happen anymore. I don't know. Giant boulder blocks the path. It does indeed. Apart from blowing it to bits, there doesn't seem to be many options. Well, I got a giant bomb here. Let's try that. Rock, go, boom. I don't know if you can, like, get rid of it the wrong way. So you're probably fine no matter what you do there. But like with a lot of items, you can go into your inventory and you can just discard it. Usually with plot important items, you're not able to. So they kind of help you in that case. Try and prevent you from soft locking yourself. If this was blocking the path and the village is this way, how did the villagers get through it? I know it's a video game and we have to follow the path, and they could have just walked through the forest in real life, but I'm talking in terms of, you know, the confines of the video game and the logic they're giving us. Can't allow you to enter the village. Well, why did I come this way then? Outsiders bring danger. We'll let you go if you turn back now. They're letting me leave. They're letting me live. Why do I feel the need to kick a gift horse in the mouth is the expression, right? Kill some more enemies. Ow. Nice heal potion. I'll take it. Yeah, like you won't run into battles in these confined spaces, but right at the edge of them you will. At least I think it's confined spaces like this. There's certain confined spaces that you can run into battles in and certain ones that you can't. Pretty sure you can't here. And treasure chest. Where are we on the map here? Is this 17? Heal potion, 17. Yes. Okay, I know where I am on the map. Good. All right, we're going to hit a four-way intersection here. And at this four-way intersection, we have multiple options. You're training to be a warrior. Kinda doesn't surprise me with the culture that I've seen so far. Then again, if you're living in the jungle and you have to fight for your food all the time, I think everyone would kind of do. So yeah, we've hit a four-way. We have the village, we have a spring, and we have two directions that we don't really know anything about. Which direction should we go first? That's the best cliffhanger I have. Anyway, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.